Hi, my name is Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today I want to talk about the difference between a Shibuya site and an Axcel site. So yesterday a customer rang me and said, I want to buy a Shibuya site because someone at the club told me it's the best site. He told me a model and I said I don't know the difference between the Shibuya sites. So the first thing is I look like an idiot, and that's perfectly fine. I find it very hard to tell the difference between the Shibuya sites. I find it hard to navigate their website, and I'll pull up their website, but I find it very hard to tell the difference between the models and to understand the price points between them, because they seem to be basically the same. So I want to show it, I want to show you the site, I want to show you the Axcel site, then I'm going to show you the other sites and tell you why I think that the other sites are better, and why I think the Shibuya site's not as good. And I'm going to say before we start this argument, Shibuya sites are cheaper. Okay, so if it's just on price, then I'm okay with that, right? And I don't care what you buy, right? I'm just here to educate you, to tell you the way things are, right? This is a Shibuya site. This is, I think, the most expensive Shibuya site. It's the Shibuya Ultima. Right, so this is it. This is the block. Right, the first thing I'm going to make a point, this is not the same thickness all the way up, right? So if you've got to wind your sight in, and you wind your sight in because you're reducing the power, if you're shooting like longer distances, you've got to wind your sight in. You can't, because this is not parallel, it thins down. That makes no sense to me, right? So that's the first thing. Right, so the lock-in system, let's just talk about lock-in systems. Right, so it locks like this. So it locks onto those little marks there. I'm going to show you the Axcel. So basically with the Axcel, it's like a click-based system, right? So, and you've only got that to adjust. With the Axcel, you can adjust, and all the other sites you can adjust the entire length. And you need that, right? So you need that, right? So the other thing, so this is the sight block. So if you're going to change your scope, and let's say you're going to shoot clout, or you're going to change your scope from 3D, let's say you're going to change your bow and you're going to have different sights, then you need to buy another one of these. These are expensive. So then you might as well buy a whole new sight. So with the Axcel, you can just buy a little sight block and go for it. Now, this here, this is the little lever. It operates the cogs inside here. So you push that in, and hopefully you can see this here, these are the teeth, that plastic, the teeth. Hopefully you can see the teeth there. Right, that plastic, they run up and down on the sleeve, so you push this in, you see those teeth go inside. This is plastic, right? This little lever here is plastic. I've had these break. If this breaks, you throw away the sight. I can't buy this. I don't know. Right, so now to fit your scope, this fits into here. So if you need adjustment left and right, you bug it. So some bows, you need a lot of adjustment left and right, because of the cutout riser and the bow design, and sometimes you're bolting stuff on and you need adjustment. You don't have it here. I don't, because it's all built in here. Okay, so, right, so this is how, now this is an okay sight. So if you've got a standard setup, you're shooting 50 meters, look, this is fine, it won't fall apart on you. This was a pain. I sent one of these out to a customer and this broke, literally, I don't know how he broke it, but he broke it. He goes, well, you owe me a new sight, and so then I'm like, okay, so then I just give them money back and I've got to buy a new sight, so I'm down whatever amount of money. So it would be nice if Shibuya, if you could contact them and get this stuff, and maybe you can, and maybe it's just me, but right, so this has to go on the right way. I'm putting it on the wrong way. Right, okay. So here you've got a sight tape, and here you've got your markings. Right, so see here, it's very hard to read. On the Axcel, you've got a magnifying glass there that you can buy. So if you've got bad eyes like mine, when I say bad, I can see that far away from me, right? So up here I can't see. So right now I can't read. So this side I think is set on 2.3. Right? It's hard to see. And I'm not crapping on Shibuya, I'm just saying this is the site, and this is my reasoning for liking other sites. The up and down is fine, the fast movement is fine, it's like quite stiff. Like it's fine. It's just this is 700, right? And it's, to me, it's not as good as the Axcel, and I'm going to go and show you the Axcel. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just... And then I'm going to have the argument, well, you know, the Shibuya $500 site's as good as this. I don't know the difference, and that might be my ignorance, but it's... Right. Oh, the other problem is, this is a 1032 thread, so if you're shooting recurve, you're buggered, so you can't just take your sight and then fit it on a recurve. With the Axcel and the other sites you can, right? So if you're like me and you shoot compound and then you shoot a recurve, you can use the same sight with the Axcel. So it's like, I've got Axcel sights that are 30 odd years old. They're fine, there's no wear. And I'm going to say in my number of years selling Axcel, since I was 20, I'm 55, never had to replace anything on an Axcel target sight. I think I had to replace something on a hunting sight once, right? But it's pretty good. They are bulletproof, right? So, and back in the old days, they used to be, let's say, $450. They're expensive now. And I would argue Axcel should make a cheaper sight, okay? Because people are stretching for the expensive ones and they're like, oh, it's a bit expensive, I don't want to spend that much, right? Straight on my hat. So this is the axis. Now, the reason I've got the axis and I've also got the bowfinger is I want to show you that very similar to the Axcel. I'm not going, well, which is better between Axcel, because the argument seems to be, for some reason, what's better, Shibuya or Axcel? And I don't even think this is an argument. I think what this is an argument between distributors. And when I say distributors, salespeople. I sell Axcel, I don't distribute Shibuya. I sell Shibuya, I don't distribute Shibuya. And a shop that distributes Shibuya because they're making more money. That's what I think it is. It's like we make more money on Shibuya, and you might see it as the other way, right? You might go, well, Stephen is trying to push Axcel. And I'm just being straight up here. I make more money when I sell an Axcel than when I sell a Shibuya. I make nothing when I sell a Shibuya, right? Why do I stock them? Because I want to stock everything. So it comes in a case. All your sight tapes. That's good. I don't use these, so to me, look, it's cool, but it's not a... I use this. I feel like I should use sight tapes which bolt on here, but I don't. Right, so the first thing you're going to see, this is new, this is a micro tuning system here. So the reason why this is good, is sometimes your sights are a little bit out, because if you go to a higher altitude versus a lower altitude, if it's a wet day, you'll find your sights are slightly lower. So you can just give it a couple of clicks here and then your sight settings are all in. That's awesome. This doesn't exist in Shibuya. Your third axis is here. That's awesome. So like to go third axis, it's easy. Your other axis, so you've got this axis and your other axis is this way. So left and right, it's there, that's easy. I don't even, well, like it's probably there, like so those two screws are probably for up and down this way, and I'm going to guess that you do left and right with these two back screws. this is superior in that regard, right? There is nothing plastic here. It's all metal. It's all metal. So it's like, so the screw to move up and down, metal. So it's all metal. There's no plastic bits to break, right? So that's good. Now, some of the kids, and when I say kids, some of the kids who shoot like competitions, they lock. These have got locks. See there? There's a little lock. And the reason why they lock is so people don't come and just move their sights. So they get their sight setting and then they lock it. They don't have that on Shibuya, right? So I don't think that's a thing. I've never used it, but I appreciate the fact it's there. The thing that's really good, well, there's a few things here which are really good. Okay, so Axcel has got a third axis adjustment on the side here. It's micro adjustable. Shibuya doesn't have that. The click settings, it's exact. It's parallel, so I can fit it there. I can fit it there. I can fit it there. And these are obviously 9 inches or 6 inches. It's awesome. It's like, it's exact. And then this clamps on. This clamping system is, look, it's not even close. This is good. This is good. And I'm hoping you'll see this on the Bowfinger or the CBE, right? This is a really good system. It clamps down. The problem of screwing into carbon, so having a bolt screw in a carbon thing, you're going to wear out the carbon thing. And it's not, let's say you get a little bit wrong and it'll get floppy with time, but people are, if you're sponsored by Shibuya and they give you a couple of sights a year and those sights are worth $700, so they're giving you $1,400 a year, or they're paying you to shoot to Shibuya, well, go for it. But I don't understand why Americans shoot Shibuya. I don't understand it. I understand because Americans are generally patriotic, so they like American things. Anyway. If you're Japanese, I understand why you use Shibuya because you're patriotic, right? But this here, this is the ball bearing. I'm going to show you how this works. This is the best. Look, it's captured both sides. There's a ball bearing up here. The ball bearing goes on these little things here. It's better. It's better. It's like, it's not even close, right? So this bar is better than this bar because it's got the click mechanism, it's enclosed, the way it locks on, it doesn't wear out the bar. The bar on this is not parallel, this is parallel, so I can set it on any setting. This is superior. This has got third axis, left and right, this doesn't. Now, I haven't even gone to the bit that I really like Axcel for, besides the full metal versus the plastic. This is the this is the bit that I can't move, and this is what happens when I do videos, because Axcel has changed their locking system. Oh, there, right. So I own Axcel sights for 30 years. This is the latest one. It's one I don't have, right? So that's why I didn't kind of know how that works. Look there. There's the little markings just there. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. So when someone says something's the best, ask them why. Ask them. They might have a reason why something is the best. This is the best because, see this rod here? You can get this rod made by Bowfinger, made by Ultraview, made by Shrewd, and Axcel. So there's 4 manufacturers who make this rod. And the reason they make it is their scopes fit on this rod. So I was fitting an Ultraview scope the other day. I needed this rod. I needed one longer. I couldn't have used the Shibuya sight. It wouldn't fit on that bow. And I need a longer one, so I've got 4 choices. I've got Axcel, I've got Shrewd, I've got Ultraview, and I've got Bowfinger. All make these things. These are awesome, right? They lock in, so you've got the 4 system there, or the 8 system there. Awesome, so it locks onto your scope. This comes in 832 or 1032, so if you're going to swap from recurve to compound, used by one of those little barrels, it comes threaded or non-threaded. Awesome, because it gives you the option of how you're going to set up your scope, which is what you need for some scopes, because if you go the other way, then you're kind of buggered with certain scopes, right? Now, the thing which makes this the best is, let's say, for myself, I shoot clout, which is I lob arrows at distance. I have a different sight. So I buy a different one of these, I mount a scope to it. So when I'm shooting competition, I just slide in my scope or slide in my clout sight. Or let's say I'm shooting field and I have a different scope, I just slide it in. Let's say I'm shooting 3D, I'm shooting a 3-pin system, I slide it in. So the one sight I can set up for all different combinations. I can do that with Axcel. Can't do that with Shibuya. Can't do it. It's okay, so you've got a budget. You've got a budget and you're like, it's like, I'm not familiar with this, which is kind of funny because the one I use is, you know, I use Shibuya. Sorry, I use Axcel. I've got Axcels all the age, and you can see here I'm struggling seeing. Mine slides in and out easy, so it's just a matter of me. So that bolts into there, so I'm assuming this gives you a positive lock. So this model is different to mine. I don't have the latest model. You can see it locks in, and then the more you screw it, and now it doesn't move, and I haven't even got that tight. It's fantastic. Right, the other thing which makes this good, the up and down system, see how easy this moves? You can adjust how easy that moves. It's got a tensioning device in the top. So when I moved the Shibuya, it was quite stiff. I can move this here just by adjusting that to change the tension. That's cool. So I've got lock in there, lock in there. All right, now the other bit, which I really like, you can fit magnifiers to there, but not to there. But I find this easy to see. See the pin? It's in the middle. It's easy to see. Now, this side here, it's easy to see. See the pin? I'm going to try and show you where the pin is. See there? What's easy to see is because there's nothing stopping either sides. With the Shibuya, one half of it is blocked, and I'll show you what I mean. See here? So reading the side is hard to read because I can't see the bottom part. See, because this is blocking it. Go around here. See here, this is blocking the sight scale. With the Axcel, you can see the Axcel scale the whole length. So this here is set on 40. So I don't need glasses. With the Shibuya, I'm like, I can't see. Now it's okay if you've got younger eyes, but this is so much easier to read. It's not even close. And that's been a big factor for me choosing a sight, being able to read the sight scales. A lot of the recurve sights, I like the Shibuya, the copies of Shibuya system, and it's hard for me to read what mark it's on, whether it's 2.1 or 2.2. This is fantastic. That's why I use that. Now, so all those reasons are why I prefer the Axcel. The Axcel, let's say, is $150 more expensive. It's not even close. It's a much better system. You're going to get a lot more money for your Axcel when you go to sell it than a Shibuya, right? So Axcel sights are so in demand, even if you've got a 20-year-old one. So 20-year-old product, you'll still get, when I say good money for it, you'll probably get more for it than you paid for it, right? Because there'll be no wear, it's a great product. Right, now, just on that, I want to show the other sights on the market, and there's more, but I'm going to show the other ones because I'm going to guess that copied Axcel, or Axcel's copied them, or whichever, and I think they're more like the Axcel. So that's why I want to show it, because sometimes I don't remember stuff. So this is the CBE, so the locking system. Carbon bar parallel, that's good. See the locking system similar to the Axcel. It sits on a ball bearing system, which is like the Axcel. See the little holes there? this is a better system than the Shibuya. The movement up or down, this is plastic. Slides up or down there. The problem with this is, this detaches. There's a locking system there, which is good. This detaches, but these are more hard. They're hard to get, these bits. And this doesn't detach as easy, so you need to unscrew that and it locks in. So, look, it's a good sight. I really like it. It's got locking systems here, like the Axcel. It doesn't come in colours like the Axcel. So you want it to be cheaper. I don't know if it is or not. I mean, look up the prices, but it's not a bad sight. To me, it's got all the things that are pretty good. You've got the side tapes there like the Axcel. You can see the pins are exposed like the Axcel on both sides, so easy to read, like the sight. Okay, bow finger. This is just new. When I say I haven't opened it, I haven't opened it. So you're new in. Right, so parallel, good. This has got a locking screw, so it goes in the same spot every time. Now, this is not on a ball bearing system, which is kind of weird. Weird. Why didn't they... Look, I like Bowfinger. They're a fantastic brand, right? Like a really good brand. They make really solid stuff. But you could have put a ball bearing in there. You've got the little clicks here to put them in already. I suppose the argument will be you don't need it because with Bowfinger it goes on there. See there? So I'm going to say Bowfinger's going to say, well, we've got a superior system to Axcel. So that's probably their argument. To move it up or down, it's all metal, there's no plastic. You push this button in here and then hopefully it slides. There's a locking screw on the side, so then it slides. It slides really easy. It's all metal, nothing will come off. To change your sight barrel, this is like the CBE, a screw there. So I like the Axcel because it's just a little finger thing, but you need an Allen key. Then you need another one of these barrels. These barrels are not, probably going to be available, but not as easy as available as an Axcel. Okay, only comes in black. The sight is angled, easy to read. So it's currently on 9. You can see I don't even have to try to look. It's easy to see. It's the same way as the Axcel. Easy to see. There's nothing blocking the view of the sight picture where the little needle is. Now the needle on the Axcel has got micro adjustment up and down. They're both finger, and I think the CBE doesn't have that. But look, this is all metal. It's solid. I'm going to guess the price is less. The up and down's easy. The left and right's easy. There's no locking feature, so I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit cheaper than Axcel. But look, I don't mind this. This is a pretty good sight. I don't mind it. I just think when you're looking at features, and hopefully I've explained it, the reason why I like the Axcel best, and then these other sights are pretty good. I like them. I can read the distances, and I'm going to tell every time I shoot field, where you're going to change your sights all the time. Every time I shoot field, someone always sets their sight wrong. Always. And I generally beat someone purely because I've set their sight wrong. And I'm okay with that. It's like, but I normally check my sight twice because I don't want to be one of those people who goes, I lost because I set my sight wrong. Right? So being able to read the sight is really important for me on sights. And then the durability of the sight. I want this sight, if I paid whatever I paid for it, I want it to be good in 10 years. Okay? I don't want a little plastic thing breaking off and going, buy a new one. Anyway, that's my take on it. The thing. So that's why I like Axcel. When it's a big long video, I just don't want to be one of those people who goes, look, I'm preferring this because of that. And on that, you know, like I've got an Elite shirt on and someone said about Matthews, me and Elite, I don't get paid to shoot Elite. I like the product. If you go back to my videos from 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't like Elite because the modules were a pain. Hard to set up, hard to tune. I said it. And Elite kept me as a dealer because they were okay with that. And now their bows great to tune, great to set up, and I just say what I feel. Anyway, that's up to you, and if you've got better ideas or better views on why Shibuya is better, that's all fine. Like I said, I'm not doing a hard pitch, which site's better. Buy something on price. If you can pick up a second-hand Axcel site, they're awesome sites. And then you've got to say, well, is the new one better? And I'm going to say, as long as the site doesn't move, as long as you can read the sites, the site markings, it's going to be fine. So that's my view. Talk to Dave Cousins or someone who's sponsored by Shibuya on why Shibuya is better than Axcel. Because that's my take on it. I sell all the sites. And like I said, I don't make any money when I sell Shibuya. Because I've got to compete with the Shibuya distributors who obviously are marking up. And they obviously buy at a cheaper price than I do. And I just match them on price. But it's not hating on Shibuya, it's just saying this is the things that I think are better about the Axcel site than the Shibuya. I'm Stephen Hand, thanks for watching, bye.